Hey everybody, it is Nathan Selove, and I am feeling a little bit under the weather today. It's probably nothing to worry about, but I felt like I needed to do a cell phone video today instead. Also, I'm having a very busy week. I just started some new community college classes, so that's given me a lot of work. But I do want to take some time to talk about this thing that I heard about that is happening. So, apparently, in light of the global pandemic, there have been some people in the United States who have been carrying around these fake Americans with Disabilities Act cards in order to get out of mandates for mask wearing. Basically, it's this card that pretends to use the language of the Americans with Disabilities Act to say that this person is officially certified to not have to wear a mask. And this is messed up on several different levels. Number one, there's the obvious level, which is the fact that we're in the middle of a global pandemic, and masks do a lot in order to prevent the spread of the virus. So not wearing a mask means that you are putting lots of people at risk, so that's irresponsible. But number two, this is on par with the use of fake service dogs. Now, I've spent a lot of time talking about fake service dogs on this channel, and you should check out some other videos that I've done about this. But the problem with fake service dogs is the fact that it causes mistrust in the community for people with legitimate service dogs and legitimate disabilities. So when you have people walking around carrying these fake Americans with Disabilities Act cards in order to get out of wearing a mask, it makes it so that people with legitimate disabilities who need legitimate accommodations guaranteed by the Americans with Disabilities Act are less likely to be trusted when they tell somebody else that they have a disability. So not only, if you're doing this, not only are you putting other people at risk, but you are causing greater demonization to people in the disabled community. And I would say that in that regard, because we are facing a global pandemic, it's not just people that want to take their pets out in public, that it's even worse than using fake service dogs. This is unforgivable. If you see people doing this, then call them out. And if you're doing this yourself, then stop right now. Because you are hurting the disabled community in ways that you might not have thought about, but are very real. So I just thought that I would talk about this briefly and discuss it and make my audience aware of it. I'll put a link in the description that will link you to an article that talks about this, that shows what these little cards look like. But man, people are just going through such great lengths to be irresponsible during this pandemic. And I really hope that the people in my audience are doing everything they can to stay safe and to stay healthy and to protect other people during this crisis that we all face. And I know that I've said this on this channel before, but I would also like to give another huge shout out to anybody who's watching this video who might be working in healthcare. You really are the heroes of this time, and we really appreciate all that you do. And I would also like to give another shout out again to anybody who is an essential worker who has been going to work and putting themselves at risk during this time. In a lot of ways, we don't give you enough credit, but we also don't give you enough compensation for what you do. So I'd just like to give a shout out to anybody who might be an essential worker or a healthcare worker. That's today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video and you like autism advocacy and disability advocacy, please give it a like, a share, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Check out some of my other stuff. And if you want to support the channel in other ways, support me on Patreon. And you will see me in the next one.